From the stage of the famed Vanderbilt Theater, deep in the heart of New York, we bring you Piano Playhouse. Greetings, friends and fellow piano devotees. This is Milton Cross, welcoming you to Piano Playhouse, the only network program which brings you weekly all the great names in piano music. Our guests will be the noted pianist Dorothy Eustace, while Johnny Guarnieri will preside over the jazz department. Margaret and Forrest Perrin are again at the twin keyboards. Meet them right now. Here first is Forrest. Here's Margaret. Here they are together. In just a moment, we'll hear the Perrins play I Got Rhythm and a sparkling medley from Brigadoon. Dorothy Eustace will play a brilliant arrangement by Dohnanyi of the Strauss Gypsy Baron Waltzes, and Johnny Guarnieri will present an unusual arrangement of Yesterdays for left hand alone. But before we ring up the curtain on Piano Playhouse, here are a few words from your announcer.
Now, Piano Playhouse and Milton Cross.
There is no more popular musical instrument in the world today than the piano, which accounts, I guess, for the tremendous popularity of piano music these days. All kinds of piano music has enjoyed this surge, both the classics and the popular. You'll hear lots of both on this program. Right now, let's listen to a delightful arrangement Margaret and Forrest Perrin have dreamed up of a tune that's always been a great favorite with all pianists, I Got Rhythm. Forrest Perrin with plenty of rhythm in their 20 talented fingers. One of the loveliest scores in years was the music written for Brigadoon, which Margaret and Forrest are about to play for us on their duo pianos. We'll hear Heather on the Hill, My Mother's Wedding Day, and Almost Like Being in Love. The delightful Perrins playing the whole medley of tunes from Brigadoon. Well, now we're off on another session of musical improvisation rhythmically integrated. In short, a jam session. What have you chosen to play? There's the melody, just as it was written, Sunny Side of the Street. Now we'll hear what can be done with a progression of chords such as you've just heard, and a remarkable thing it is, too. Margaret, you're first. Here's Forrest. Now we'll hear from our guest, Johnny Guarnieri, playing both hands this time. And here are all three together. Wonderful. Margaret, Forrest, and Johnny Guarnieri playing Sunny Side of the Street. We'll hear again from these artists immediately following these words of interest to you.
Now let's hear from Milton Cross for news about next week's Piano Playhouse.
Next week, Margaret and Forrest Perrin will again preside over the duo keyboards, and we'll have as our guests Grace Castagnetta and the popular pianist Marion McPartland. Try to join our family every week, for ours is the only network program which brings you weekly all the great names in piano music. Piano Playhouse is a Maggie Fisher production, heard all over the world through the Voice of America and the Armed Forces Network. Milton Cross speaking. We'll be seeing you next week. America is sold on ABC, the American Broadcasting Company. From the stage of the famed Vanderbilt Theater in the heart of New York, we bring you Piano Playhouse. Greetings, music lovers and piano devotees. This is Milton Cross welcoming you to Piano Playhouse, where you'll hear each week all the great names in piano music. This week's guests will be William Harms, the brilliant piano virtuoso, and Barbara Carroll, who has an outstanding reputation in jazz circles. Forrest and Margaret Perrin will preside over the twin keyboards, and here they are now. Here's Forrest. Here's Margaret. In just a moment, we'll hear Mr. Harms play a Scriabin etude and a dynamic Godowski arrangement of Die Fledermaus by Johann Strauss. Barbara Carroll will play Yesterdays, and Margaret and Forrest will play a scintillating two-piano arrangement of Lover and I Talk to the Trees. Well, to get on with the program, we have two very handsome young people seated at the twin keyboards waiting to open our program with a lilting waltz, this one titled Lover. Margaret and Forrest Perrin playing a scintillating arrangement of Richard Rodgers' delightful classic, Lover. Well, comes now that moment when our keyboard cut-ups indulge in a bit of improvisation, which is always music to our ears. What tune have you chosen to improvise? That's it. After You've Gone. Vivacious Margaret, who looks like a page out of Vogue, gives us a sprightly improvisation on the melody. Lovely to look at, delightful to hear. Now Forrest, who usually has some surprises in the way of key changes and unusual harmonies, plays his improvisation. Very interesting. And now the attractive young lady who is our guest, Barbara Carroll. Now, may we have a brief jam session on the three pianos? Here they are with a dazzling arrangement of fascinating rhythm. That bewitching music you hear in the background is just a sample of what the Perrins have in store for you with a medley of tunes from Pal Joey. Here they are. talented duo, Margaret and Forrest Perrin, playing I Could Write a Book and Bewitched, Bothered, and Bewildered from Pal Joey. If you find the youngsters in your family preferring the Boston Pops Orchestra to jazz groups, blame it on a remarkable young man named Leroy Anderson. Anderson is the fellow who wrote Fiddle Faddle, Sleigh Ride, Syncopated Clock, and a number of other provocative melodies played and recorded by the Boston Pops. His music is refreshingly different, graceful, yet dashing. He manages to combine the classical with the contemporary. Just listen to this enchanting two-piano arrangement of his latest hit, Belle of the Ball, and see if you don't agree. Margaret and Forrest Perrin playing a masterful arrangement of Belle of the Ball on their twin keyboards. The other day, Margaret and Forrest ran through a very cute routine, and I enjoyed it so much that I've asked them to play it for you now. It's a very colorful arrangement of Three Blind Mice. First, they play it as Mozart might have written it, then in the style of Bach, Chopin, Arensky, Poulenc, and finally, their own Perrin version. Margaret and Forrest with Three Blind Mice. First, as Mozart might have written it. Now in the style of Bach. Here's the way Chopin might have written it. Arensky. Three Blind Mice a la Poulenc. their own Perrin version. Margaret and Forrest playing a most unusual arrangement of the Three Blind Mice. Now we can feast our eyes once again on the very glamorous young lady who is seated at the dual keyboard with her brother, Margaret and Forrest Perrin. This attractive young teen from Atlanta, Georgia, plays a medley of tunes from The King and I. We hear first, We Kiss in the Shadow, and I Have Dreamed, and lastly, Shall We Dance? All right, let's listen. The Perrins, Margaret and Forrest, playing a medley of tunes from The King and I. You don't have to be a professional pianist to enjoy playing the piano. Many businessmen and women make a hobby of music. Many of our leading actors and actresses play piano, and quite well, too. Barry Fitzgerald is an accomplished pianist. Lionel Barrymore plays, as does Katharine Hepburn, Catherine Cornell, Diana Lynn, Ann Southern, Fred Astaire, and numerous others find playing the piano a satisfying and enjoyable hobby. Well, let's get on to some really accomplished pianists as we listen to the Perrins play Richard Rodgers' beautiful Lover. And now we must have our more or less unrehearsed improvisation by the three artists, Margaret, Forrest, and Billy Taylor. Let's hear the three of you do Singing in the Rain. Singing in the Rain by Margaret Forrest and our guest, Billy Taylor.
Now let's hear from Milton Cross for news about next week's Piano Playhouse.
Next week, our stars will be the noted pianist Mario Braggiotti and jazz pianist Errol Garner. Margaret and Forrest Perrin will, as usual, preside over the duo pianos. Try to join us every week, for ours is the only network program which brings you weekly all the great names in piano music. Piano Playhouse is a Maggie Fisher production, heard all over the world through the Voice of America and the Armed Forces Network. Milton Cross speaking. We'll be seeing you next week. America is so...
program.